What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh. You're checking in on you right there. This is the spot. This is Beyond the Grave After Dark. This is where we talk about those films nobody else wants to talk about. Tonight is no exception. I can't really say a whole lot about it because I'm already worried about showing clips, trailers, all that kind of stuff, because it's got a lot of triggering words in the clip. However, if you stuck with me through that Jacob's Ladder video, I had food poisoning Monday night. If you look at my pupils from that video, just zoom in, there were like bloodshot, there was like veins in them, but I was still unhappy with how it turned out, so I wanted to at least get something out there. Tonight, welcome in, gather around. We are talking about the stone cold classic, the immortal, part of the French extreme version. First, you've got Frontiers, you've got Inside, you've got High Hot Tension. Nothing better though than is this 2008's Martyrs. This is all region. This is from Umbrella. Absolute banger. I can't show you any other pictures from this Blu-ray because it is highly censored. I believe this is 2008. You don't want to watch that new version. That's complete trash. Throw it in the garbage. You don't want to see that. We are going to talk about Martyrs. Hang on. The back of Martyrs reads, Lucy, a frail, frightened adolescent girl, flees an abandoned slaughterhouse. Her opaque skin suggests she has been missing for many months. She is found filthy, starved, and unresponsive. Something horrific has happened to her, but what? Flash forward 15 years later, when the quiet tranquility of a home nestled in a sparsely populated French forest is interrupted by a knock at the door. It's Lucy embarking on a gory quest for revenge. That's it. Not really. Martyrs is more than meets the eye. Absolutely. I go to bat on the internet for this movie all the time because a lot of people think that you're sick, you're perverted, or you must be some sort of freak if you like this movie. I love this movie. I just don't think that it's going to be recommended viewing at like your Thanksgiving dinner. This is going to upset most people, and it's supposed to. This is like beyond genres. This is beyond torture. This is beyond suffering. This is beyond sickness. This is beyond health. This is an experience, and that's the idea. When you watch Martyrs, you're never going to be the same. It's scarring, it's damning, it's psychologically tormenting. It's a horrible experience, but I also think that it's one of the most beautiful movies ever made if you can get through it. If you stop watching this movie because you feel like you've had enough torture, torment, everything that comes with it, then you miss the whole point of the movie. That's the idea. You got to go further. You got to... It's like that's a movie within a movie. That's the whole idea for this film. If you don't get to what Lucy and Anna go through, you don't get the reward. And I understand that it's going to trigger a lot of people and it's going to make some people sick. Totally cool. I'm one of those people. I happen to think that there is something good at the end of it, but it's not something you can watch all the time, and I don't think it's something you can get from the remake. This has to be seen to be believed. It's that shocking, it's that disturbing, it's that upsetting, and that's why I love it. There's not that many movies like this. I can't really describe what happens, but what I'll tell you is that what these girls go through when they get their revenge. This is a sick and twisted revenge piece, and that's the idea. The comeuppance that comes at the end is worth the juice is worth the squeeze, so to speak, right? Unfortunately, though, yeah, you got to go through hell to get there. Another thing that I feel about this movie is it doesn't waste any time pulling punches. You're not ever going to be comfortable. There's no comedic relief. Nothing good happens. It's pain, it's suffering, it's torture for the sake of torture. Unless you get to the end of it, you gotta watch it till the end. That's the whole point of the damn movie, you guys. I'm called a creep all the time because I love this movie, but that's all right. I don't feel like I am. I feel like what the director was going for, he achieves at the end. There's a very specific scene, though, that lets you know this movie's for real, and that is the dinner scene. Or maybe it's like a breakfast scene, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever time of day it is. You got this quaint French family, right? And they're like kind of joking with each other. It's beautiful outside. There's not a cloud in the sky. They're sitting down maybe to have some scones or croissants or whatever they're going to have, right? I'm sure there's some wine or champagne. And all of a sudden, shotgun blast, the movie takes off into the ether. It never lets up. There's scenes in this movie that you'll never forget. It's scarring, it's torturous, it's horrifying, it's horrible, it's incredible. You gotta watch it. I dropped it. The legacy of Martyrs is everything you've heard about, every whisper, every rumor, everything you've ever wondered about a film called Martyrs that people say is the most disturbing film, most unsettling, graphic, horrible, intense show. It's all of that. It's all of that, a bag of chips. It's here to unsettle you, and it deserves all of the praise and all of the controversy, all of the feedback. It does exactly what it intends to do. It takes you on a journey to where it sheds light on these girls' poor, horrible journey, and ultimately what the people are trying to get out of it. It happens. You're watching a film. You're watching a dream. And it's so effective, dude. It's so effective. It freaks me out. It's incredible. It's a 10. All of these films, they all do the same thing. They're just a guttural chainsaw right at your windpipe. You can't breathe. It's so intense. The legacy is unmatched. Nothing has touched it since then, I don't think. If you're looking for graphic horror, being flayed alive, nothing. There's movies that have that. Nothing like Martyrs. Martyrs is here to ruin your day. And guys, to be real, I've been really toying back and forth about whether or not to put clips, whether or not to show oh, here's a family having fun. Here's someone getting murdered. Here's someone being flayed alive. Here's someone losing all their skin. Here's someone being starved. Here's someone being eaten. I don't know if I'm going to put that in here because I want people to watch Martyrs. I don't want less people to see it because I put some controversial clips in there. This is controversial enough. It's so intense. Take my word for it. But you know what? It's beautifully shot. The music's great. It is it's a foreign language and it's in French, so you do have to read. But I don't think that should matter. I think you should get off the couch, go find this. I don't know if it's streaming on Prime. That's usually where it's at. It's always on Shudder. It's so intense. It's so horrible. It's so good. Stay away from that remake, whatever you do. That is not the same movie. It's got some people maybe praying and the tea or something is dripping down. That's horrible. That's not what you want. You want the new French movement. You want Martyrs. You want 2008. All the bloodshed, all the horror. You want it all. This is what you need. Until next time, if you want to see more from me, if you want me to put clips in here or on the next video, if I continue to follow some of this extreme content, let me know. I definitely will, but I want people to see it. I think Martyrs is worth it. It's one of my favorite movies. It's not one that you revisit. I do it probably once a year because it's so intense. It's so unnerving. It's harrowing. It's a journey, dude. You have to finish it. You can't just be 45 minutes, I'd had enough of that poor girl suffering. You got to keep going. You've already put up that much. Just finish the movie, then get back to me. Let me know what you think. Am I a sadist? Am I horrible? Maybe. I don't think so. If you want to see more from me, comment, subscribe, talk some mad crap down there, whatever you want to do. Until next time, follow me on social media. Take care of yourselves. Peace.